even people who, I'm telling you, 100 years ago, people did not have lives as easy and good as we have them. We forget that.
And yet people are more unhappy than they've ever been.
How the fuck do you know?
Because you can look at suicide rates for Gen Z people. They've tripled in the last 20 years.
That's true.
Yeah,
the mental health. Yes.
The mental health crisis is out of control right now.
That's true, but now we're talking about a different subject. We're talking about the advent of social media and smartphones, which is only about 12, 15 years old.
I don't know that 100% of this mental health.
Oh, that is all where that's.
I think there's a big percentage, but could it be 30, 40%?
But of course it's tied in with the materialism, because what do what is Kylie Jenner selling?
Well,
when
climate anxiety and political division and disunity and
kids don't care about that shit. They pretend they do. They don't give a shit about the climate. They want to be on Kylie Jenner's private plane.
Hold on a second.
They want to own that plane. They do not give a shit about.
Bill, when you have a podcast, you need to ask your guests some questions and let them talk every once in a fucking while.
You've talked quite a bit, and this is not a kind of a podcast where I ask anybody questions. I don't. Is that how you conduct your personal?
Who said that life was where you go on a podcast and they ask you questions?
Yeah, that's why
life is going on a podcast and you got to fight to get a word in edgewise.
You don't have to fight. You haven't fought all night. You've had plenty of time to talk, and you have plenty of time now to talk. But this podcast is not like those other podcasts, which is why it's doing better.
It is
because it's actually interesting, and it's actually what I would really be doing with you, who I don't know.
I love it. My son woke up one morning. I'm not kidding. He was 18 years old. I came in to the kitchen, and he was really distraught. His head was in his hands. And I was like, Walter, what's going on? And this is an absolutely true story. He goes, I just can't fucking believe it. And I was like, what? He goes, the Biden administration approved this pipeline in Alaska. Like, they just signed a Green New Deal a few months earlier, and now they've okayed this gas pipeline, and no one cares about it, and it's not even in the news. Like, don't they even care about my generation? He was distraught. He was really seriously upset about it.
Okay, he's the son of you. He's a kid who lives in LA. He's in this kind of world, what the middle of the country would call the elitist coastal types, So I understand. I don't think he's wrong. I think it's great that there are kids like that, and there are kids like that. It's probably 15, 20% of the kids. It's not most of the kids in the country. And trust me, I bet you if he was, give him a few years, he might be the kind of person who actually would fly on a private jet or would love to own one.
Well, to calm him down.
Have you ever flown on a private jet?
I took him in my Tesla down to get a latte and get his chakras balanced, and he felt so much better afterwards. And I've flown on a private jet a handful of times.
I do. Hey, thanks for watching the clip. Hit the subscribe button now so you never miss out on our Club Random content that's posted daily.